Yo guys, welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be reviewing, doing like an initial impressions review on none other than Dandadan. Now this is a new series done by Yuki Nobutatsu. I guess I'm pronouncing that right. Happened to be one of Tatsuki Fujimoto's assistants when he worked on Fire Punch. And then he went on to create this manga. I read this the other day. It is just fantastic, and I absolutely love it, and I've got a lot to talk about. It's just like some predictions on where this is going to be going as far as like one of my favorite series and stuff like that, but also talking about plot and just how insane this first volume is. And yeah, strap in. I hope you guys will enjoy the video because, like I said, just a lot to talk about. So first things first, what exactly is Dandadan? Basically, the story follows this chick right here. Her name is Momo Ayase, and basically, she just gets dumped by her somewhat abusive boyfriend, and she stumbles across this like nerdy kid who gets made fun of, and she sort of stands up for him, but they don't really get along, so she's just like, whatever, I'm leaving. But then he stops her, and we come to find out that it's sort of a weird conversation, but he believes in aliens and like all these conspiracy theories. She believes in spirits, but they don't believe in each other's thing. So he doesn't believe in ghosts and spirits, and she doesn't believe in aliens and UFOs and all that. So what ends up happening is they each tell each other to go to this location where these paranormal activities are said to happen, where he tells her to go to like where there's like UFO sightings, and she has him go to like this haunted tunnel. Come to find out, both of them are right. All of these paranormal things do exist, aliens and ghosts. He goes to this haunted tunnel and is possessed by like this really horny grandma, and that has some really funny and insane dialogue that just took me way off guard, but it's pretty funny, which I'll start to talk about more in a little bit. And then she gets kidnapped by aliens that look like weird looking dudes. So what happens next, though, is the boy, he gets possessed by this grandma, and this girl is kidnapped and almost gang raped by aliens, which is pretty dark. But the boy swoops in to save her, possessed by this grandma, and this grandma is what they call the Turbo Granny, and she gives him superpowers, which is like super speed, because she's like a super fast grandma ghost. But the only thing is he's not able to control it very well, because I mean it's possession, so like she's using his body. It's sort of like an internal conflict thing, and so he's able to fight off these aliens, but not well enough because he's about to get wrecked. She, however, the girl, Momo, she, after how do I put this? When the aliens are trying to do things to her, they sort of use alien technology to like mess with her brain, and try to make her loosen up, if you will, to make it easier for them to do stuff to her. But when they use this technology on her, it like opens up her chi or whatever, and then she unlocks like telekinesis and psychic abilities. So she's now psychic and has all of these cool psychic abilities, and then he is possessed by this Turbo Granny. That is like the basic premise of Dandadan. The rest of the story is just them trying to fight off supernatural beings, whether that be more aliens and spirits, and they're trying to help the kid, who I forget what she calls him. I think it's Okuran, or his name's like Ken Takamura or something like that, but that also just so happens to be the name of the actor that this chick has a crush on, so she's like, I can't handle that, so I'm just gonna call you by this other name. I'm pretty sure it's Okuran or something like that. But they're trying to like figure out a way for him to be able to control his powers, because turns out he's possessed by one of the most powerful spirits ever, because it's like the Turbo Granny, but it's also like this weird like crab ghost being thing. This is a weird manga, guys. Like, it's ridiculous. But she is able to sort of keep his powers under check by using her psychic abilities to like manipulate it and like keep it under wraps. But if she's not present, then it's unleashed. So she is sort of like always having to use her powers to maintain his like normal self. Also, not to mention, when he is possessed by the Turbo Granny, she takes away his manhood, if you know what I mean. It just disappears and it's not there. So yeah, they're trying to get his thingy back. I'm sort of losing brain cells just talking about this manga, but believe me, it's one of the funniest things I've ever read. It's just so off the wall and ridiculous. It's great. Now, there are a few specific things about Dandadan that I did want to talk about. One being the artwork. The art in this series is just freaking fantastic. I'm not going to be able to show anything at all, really, just because, you know, like copyright laws. What I can show you guys, though, is the cover of the volume. As you guys can see, the character designs are just really cool. This is the main character, or not the main character, I guess one of the main characters, the boy, Okuran, being possessed by the Turbo Granny, and this, of course, is Momo Ayase. Yeah, just really cool character designs, and the art, the action sequences, everything is just super well done. It has some of the best, I don't know exactly what you'd call it, paneling, I think, that I have seen. With some series, it's sort of like jumpy and choppy, you know, but this, like, especially in action sequences, it's like a smooth like pattern that you can see, which I can definitely see how this person, the mangaka, sort of got that from Tatsuki Fujimoto, because that is something that Fujimoto is definitely known for. So it makes sense why this manga has such good paneling and artwork and all that. I'm not going to go too much into detail on this next point, because I kind of want to do more of an analysis video, a separate video sort of talking about this. But this manga definitely has that new gen shonen feel to it, something that you would again find from Chainsaw Man and even like Kaiju number 8. This is a good mix of like both of those manga, in my opinion, for like pacing and also like thematically, as well as like the humor and stuff. Again, really funny manga. It's hilarious. It's very immature, I will say that. There was a whole part about the aliens trying to get your banana organ, and it's just hilarious. You guys really ought to read this if you're looking for a good laugh, but also like just really dope shonen action and just something bizarre. This is something you should absolutely read. Yeah, it's just got that new gen feel that I'm really loving. Honestly, I think Shonen Jump at the moment, with all of these manga that are coming out lately, is the best that it's ever been. I'm sorry to disrespect stuff like One Piece, Naruto, Bleach even. All of those mangas are great. You know, it's the big three for a reason. And Grandfather, Dragon Ball, those are the greats, obviously. But to be honest, if Shonen Jump keeps going the way it is right now, with stuff like Chainsaw Man, Dandadan, Kaiju number 8, it really has potential to just be the greatest it's ever been, and I think that's where it's headed. I do realize that I am being a little bit vague with my points, and part of the reason why is because there's a lot I want to discuss in a separate video, but also this is like brand new. This is the volume 1, that's all that's out, came out this month, or actually last month. There's a lot of people who haven't read it yet, so I'm just sort of giving my initial thoughts and like my overall review kind of thing without going too into detail. But yeah, I realize that I am being pretty vague. That's on purpose. That being said, there is one more point that I do want to talk about, and that is the romance aspect of this. Now yeah, there's definitely like a blooming romance between these two characters, and this isn't even really a spoiler. Like, it's one of the main plot points in this current state. They both like each other, but they're like, she doesn't want to admit it. She's a bit of a tsundere, if you will. And he's like nerdy and nervous, and they also butt heads a lot, so it's like, but deep down they really do like each other. It's just that they're not there yet. So yeah, also, you guys know, when it comes to my romance, I'm a romance guy. I like good romance in my anime and manga, just in general in my media. I think that it can really make or break a series. And this has got it, so that's definitely a plus for me. Overall, guys, my review, my initial impressions of Dandadan, I'm gonna go on record and say this quite possibly is the best volume 1 ever created. This is just so good. I can't wait to read whatever comes out next. This is the best volume 1 I've ever read. That's just facts. Better than My Hero Academia Volume 1, better than Kaiju number 8 Volume 1, JJK Volume 1, Black Clover Volume 1. This, from the start, is just a banger. Certified. Even better than Chainsaw Man Volume 1. Better than, I don't know if it's better than Vinland Saga number 1 or Volume 1, but like, this just gets right into it, you know. It's up there. So if you guys want, again, a quick read, something just super entertaining, funny, action-packed, with a little romance sprinkled in, and just a good time, just read Dandadan. Trust me, if that's what you're looking for in a series, this is it. Right here, you're gonna love it. So yeah, that is gonna be about it, guys. Just doing a quick little video just to give you guys this volume 1 review. In the next year, when more volumes come out, definitely be expecting a volume, like a 3-volume rule video. But spoiler alert, this series I'm gonna read till it's finished. Like, it's that good. That I can tell just off of volume 1, it is right up my alley. Like, you guys know I love Chainsaw Man, and this is a lot pretty similar to it, but I think it's better than Chainsaw Man in a lot of ways, which again, I'm gonna save my thoughts there for the video, the idea that I do have, a separate video. But yeah, definitely go read this, check it out. It's gonna end up being one of my favorite series of all time, I can already tell. So yeah, anyways, thanks for watching, y'all. If you did enjoy the video, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't already. I would greatly appreciate it. We're so close to 200 subs, so let's just try and get there by the end of the year. I think that's sort of my goal right now. And yeah, thanks for watching. Peace.